When people look at a company that's been successful for over 100 years, they usually assume it was inevitable, that the founders were brilliant, that the strategy was obvious, that success followed naturally from talent, but history almost never works that way. The story of General Mills is not a story of inevitability. It's a story of preparation, adaptation, branding, and timing that no one could fully control. In Jewish terms, it's a story of hard work paired with siyata d'shmaya. General Mills didn't start as a food empire, it started with flour. One product, one focus. But it wasn't just flour, it was better flour. Consistently milled, higher quality, reliable. That quality earned the company a gold medal at an industry exhibition. And here's the important part. They didn't treat that award as a footnote. They turned it into an identity. Gold medal flour. More than a century later, that name still exists. The lesson here isn't win awards, it's this. When you do something well, don't be modest about it. Brand your success so it lasts longer than the moment. Behind that early success was a partnership that mattered. Cadwallader Washburn brought vision, discipline, and long-term thinking. John Crosby brought technical expertise and operational knowledge. Neither would have succeeded alone. Together they positioned the company to take advantage of something bigger than either of them, the expansion of the American railroad system. They didn't invent the railroad, but they were ready when it arrived. That combination, vision plus execution, is rare, and when it exists, it compounds. Then disaster struck. A fire destroyed much of their milling operation. For many businesses, that would have been the end. And instead, it became the beginning of something better. They rebuilt using steel rollers instead of traditional millstones. The result was a finer, more consistent flour, clearly superior to what existed before. The fire didn't create innovation, but it forced the company to adopt it. Setbacks don't automatically lead to growth, but they often remove the excuses that keep us from changing. As the company expanded, it understood something subtle but powerful. People don't form relationships with corporations. They form relationships with characters. The Pillsbury Doughboy wasn't just a mascot. He became a symbol, warmth, reliability, comfort. Like the Michelin Man or Mickey Mouse, he humanized an industrial product. The lesson isn't to create a mascot, it's this: brands that last find a way to feel human. General Mills eventually did something even harder. It didn't just compete in the cereal market, it defined it. Cheerios, Wheaties, these weren't just products, they shaped how people thought about breakfast itself. When you dominate a category long enough, your brand becomes the default reference point. That's true in cereal, it's true in fashion with LVMH, it's true in soda with Coca-Cola. Dominance isn't about being loud, it's about being standard. Some of their most effective advertising wasn't sophisticated at all. The Trix Rabbit never succeeded, and that was the point. A simple story, repeated consistently, became unforgettable. People didn't remember the ingredients, they remembered the feeling. Memorability beats complexity, every time. Then came a moment no strategy meeting could have planned. World War II. Rationing eliminated many products, but oats weren't rationed. Kiddush Shabbos, then called Kiddush Shabbos, remained available when competitors disappeared. The result? It became a staple. Not because of genius, but because of timing. Sometimes customers take a brand somewhere unexpected. Nature Valley became associated with hikers and outdoor enthusiasts. Not because of a boardroom decision, but because of how people used it. General Mills paid attention and leaned in. The same thing happened to Burberry in the UK. Not planned, not predicted. Brands don't always end up where you intend. The smart ones listen instead of resisting. Cheerios has existed since 1941. Same product, but not the same presentation. Honey Nut Cheerios. Heart health messaging. A simplified name. A design that even made it safer for children. Consistency built trust. Adaptation kept it relevant. If it had stayed Cheerios, would it still exist today? Probably not. There's a famous historical detail about D-Day. Hitler wasn't woken in time to authorize a response. And because of that delay, the beachhead held. Preparation mattered, but timing mattered more. General Mills' story teaches the same thing. You do the work, you prepare, you adapt, And then you recognize that opportunity doesn't always announce itself. Sometimes the opportunity of a lifetime comes once a week, sometimes once a day. The question is simple: when it shows up, are you ready?